Welcome to another vlog, and though I'm wearing an orange t-shirt, we are not talking about Bitcoin today. We are talking about the way of space back to $60, guys. I know it was a fantastic time because on the 10th of February 2021, just about a couple of months ago, we reached almost 60. I think it was even over 60 intraday, but we closed at 59.41. And if you would know, you would sell it and buy it back now. Yes, I know that feeling, and I have been there 100 times, if not more. You never know. Think back how you felt back in February. When it was like at 60, you thought, wow, if the test flight works well, it goes to 70 or 80 or maybe 100, right? This is the mindset that you have in this opportunity of the stock market, where you never know how the stock can develop in a particular time. The problem is when you then sell and then it goes up, then you have a huge problem, because then the feeling of not getting back into because of your ego is even worse. Okay, so maybe a couple of times it works, but most of the time you will be totally wrong with timing the market. And that's why not only me, but also Warren Buffett, the biggest and maybe one of the most successful investors out there, said you cannot time the market, and that's why the time in the market is much more important, right? So, and as you can see, since then we went down, and now we are on the way back up, and now we are at 27, so about, almost half of 60. Now, what is in front of us? Super exciting weeks, right? If we are talking about the timeline in the second category of this video, then you will see how much of this next couple of days will be developed in kind of matter of weeks. And for that, let me play you a small clip by Michael Koglaser at CNBC saying exactly that.
So now that this test flight is conducted, it's done, and I realize I say that after some hiccups because of some of those technical difficulties you just referenced dating back to December. How quickly can you service VSS Unity and get it flying again?
Well, as we always do, we are analyzing all the data, that comes off the ship, and that won't take us too long. It's a few weeks, if that. But in talking to the pilots and watching it from the ground, everything went just as we had hoped and as we had expected. So we've said we are going to do the next two space flights, first with a full crew in the back, and the next with Sir Richard Branson following this summer, and things look great for them.
Guys, if you want to have more space, more investing, more stocks, more Dubai lifestyle, then make sure to follow me on Instagram as well as on Twitter. Okay, these two platforms I'm using regularly, and this is where we're diving in next. When we are diving into my Twitter account, you will see a pinned post that I'm actually updating every now and then to give you my personal opinion on the next couple of catalysts. All right, so I did this about 3 days ago. As you can see, I wrote the Wall Street bets trending could be a catalyst for the stock, the next test flight in June, the NSC news where the vice president of the United States will actually talk about what she wants to do for the space industry. Then the ticket sale will open together around with the Richard Branson flight, and also around that time there will be revealing of the whole experience. So it will be absolutely madness. And then we will have the test flight as well with the crew, and so many things. And if you think about it and you're looking into the months, it's actually happening all over the next couple, let's say, of 12 weeks. Okay, 12 weeks, 3 months. And if you are thinking about that, what happened with the stock over the last 3 months since the test flight was delayed, you remember? We had mid of February, then March, April, May. All right, then in May we flew. So we had like 3-4 months where we actually said, okay, we need to wait, and the market got a little bit bad, and the overall bad news around space came up and push the stock down and down. But now, because we have so many great news over the next 3 months, exactly the reversal could happen. Okay, we might see 27 now, 25, 22, 28, 26, 30, 32, and so on. So slowly but surely we could go into this nicely uptrend, which would be absolutely insane to see and watch. And I would be so glad if this will happen, because exactly this is what we predicted, right? We said as soon as they start to do exactly what they are saying, and this happened, in my personal opinion, with the milestone of a successful test flight last weekend, then we will see that the stock can further slowly climb up, right? So this is number one. Second, I think that, you see that there's a slowly but surely short interest coming up, okay? The stock gets more and more shorted, which gives us an opportunity to not only grow over the next couple of months, but also have a huge short squeeze that can happen over just a couple of weeks, right? So this is something that you should really watch, and I think that this is something that we will definitely be covering here on the channel. So with that said, let's dive into conclusion. Two announcements before we diving into the conclusion. First, if you want to become member of this channel, then click the join button below the videos. Then you will see there's 3 tiers. 2, the higher ones, will get you Discord access and a great community. And if you want to have even more, if you want to know exactly how I did it to become professional investor, what I look in stocks for, and how to escape the 9 to 5 and live the life of your dreams, then check out the X10 Masterclass, which is a huge video course of 150 videos. You can watch it from anywhere in the world, whenever you have time. And there's a space case study and much more. And there's even 22% off just for 3 more days. So check it out. All the links are into the description. Now, if you are looking into this stock space, you are wondered, well, it's something that is very volatile. Yes, obviously, because it's first space, it's a very brand new industry. Second, it's a very young company. And third, it's just this crazy event dependent stock, right? Something good happens, the stock can go crazy. Something bad happens, well, the stock can absolutely crash. And, I really emphasize once again that you should really consider, if you're really believing in the company and you bought a little high, let's say it's 30, it's 32, 35, 40, then you can always, and you should always average down. You could actually average down quite massively when you have bought on the way down, even up to $14, $15. This was just recently, right? And if you've believed it, if you understand it, if you research it, and if you haven't, then you still need to wait, but still it's great. In my personal opinion, I'm buying more space stock. So I really, think about that. Like Chicken Singapore always like to say, if you lose, I lose more. And that's why don't, be too much onto small numbers in terms of, okay, you lost that much or you win that much, or should you take profit and so on. I learned with my investment, which was my biggest investment ever at Tesla, that the best strategy ever was just to save as much as possible from my day job and put it into Tesla shares, and then just let it grow, right? Let it grow every month. I didn't care. I was happy when the stock goes down. I was bad when the stock goes up because I wanted to buy more of this company. I was happy when I had like first 10 stocks, 20 stocks, 30, and I couldn't buy more. And for the same amount, sometimes I could get 8, sometimes I got 12, sometimes I got 30, So it was interesting movement into Tesla shares, definitely, but it was the right one. And I have the same, or let's say I have a similar conviction. Tesla and space are so different, but they are also so alike that it's hard to determine why I'm if I'm preferring or have more conviction in one or the other. Tesla was a little bit more obvious and was in a market that was not so crazy. And now Space is just this crazy company in a crazy market that if something, works out really in their favor, like that they are steering towards to, then you have like a no-brainer of a 10x, maybe even 100x from where we bought in just a couple of years. So this is what we are hoping here for. And this is where the company is going in the very, very, very right direction. And, we have now the crazy markets out there. We have now the Fed that is slowly, as of the last couple of days, signaling that if the inflation and all the other things are going well, then they might reduce the money that goes into the market. And this gave the market yesterday a little bit of certainty, which can and will over the next couple of days at least and weeks give the market a little bit more strength, more stability, because markets love certainty. And that's why I love the stock market, because you have like daily, every day you have something new. So that's it.